talk to me. And I'm like, what? Like, okay, a reflection doesn't talk to you. She said, I don't want it to be on my chest. It gives me bad dreams.
Hi guys, welcome back. If you are new here, hi, my name is Shayna. In my little corner of the internet, we talk about spooky history of all kinds. And today I have my sister-in-law Jana with me. Say hi.
Hi.
I've been trying to get her to come on here so that she could tell her and her kids' story. Something that happened to them probably about a year ago that is in their house now. She's willing to come on here and tell us her story. So I'm really excited about it and we'll get into it.
We've just been busy.
A lot's been going on.
It was like a year ago because we looked it up and I document things.
By text
I
messages.
message people. This really creepy thing happened. Help me out. Yeah, Linnell woke up crying in the middle of the night.
And Linnell is her oldest daughter.
Yes, sorry.
She was probably how old at this time?
She was 4. They wake up a lot and come get in my bed and they'll be like, oh, I had a bad dream or something like that. Well, this one night Linnell was whining and scared to death. Well, we have like a hallway between our bedroom and their bedroom, and then to the right of the hallway there's our, what we call a den. It's just a giant big room.
Mm-hmm. Like a massive playroom for the kids.
Yeah, there's fish tanks in there. So Linnell said that she saw a shadow figure. I'm like, oh, that's probably just a reflection in the tank. And I was like, honey, that's just your reflection. And she's like, no, it didn't look like me. And I'm like, okay, honey, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's the middle of the night. She just had a nightmare.
And she make up stories all the time.
Yeah. And she's like, well, it talked to me. And I'm like, what? Like, okay, a reflection doesn't talk to you. That's creeped me out just a little bit. Yeah. And I was like, well, what did it look like? And she's like, it looked like an animal.
Mm-hmm. How she said it at the time.
Aminal. And I was like, well, what kind of animal did it look like? And she's like, a mare. And I'm like, a mirror? No, a mare. And I was like, you mean a horse?
Like, how did she know that word, mare?
I never said that word before.
And you know that in kids shows, they don't necessarily say mare. They don't say mare. They say horse or pony.
I was like, a horse? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, how do you know what a mare is? And she said, it told me. Its name was Mare. And I'm like, oh my word. Yeah. And I was like, she said it looked like a horse and a man, and it told her its name was Mare. She said, I don't want it to be on my chest. It gives me bad dreams. The following day, she had said something like, I'll hug you, sissy, so it doesn't get on your chest. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's so sad.
It was so, yeah, like she was scared for her sister to have this thing. Mm-hmm. And we started looking it up, and there's actually a folklore thing of a mare that's like half animal, half man. It's known to like get on people's chest or stomach or whatever. No, she said stomach. That's what she said. Because to her, your stomach is your chest. Mm-hmm. We looked it up, and it like supposedly attaches to people's chests and gives them bad dreams. Just this week at our parent-teacher conference, one of the teachers was like, your daughter tells me she has bad dreams like every day. I thought we got rid of that thing. But we did before. I would pray. I did not want some demon thing talking to my kid, telling her its name and everything.
How long did it take for it to go away?
Well, that's what I say. It seemed like it went away, but then here recently, they've been having nightmares again and stuff, so.
Oh my goodness. And you never experienced anything in the house regarding the mare?
Not regarding the mare, no. I've had other issues. Yeah, well, Linnell's had other issues too, but.
Okay.
She talks about hearing voices. The voices are black and blue balls, which reminded me of your mom saying they're orbs.
Oh,
because she said the voices are like black and blue balls. But anyway.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one yet. You haven't told me that one yet. And usually when something happens, she tells me, so I'm just, that shocked me a little bit.
People are like, well, your kid's just schizophrenic or something, you know. You're afraid that people are gonna act weird about your life.
If you're a parent, you know kids are very
susceptible.
They are, and they're also super imaginative. Like, you know Cameron, my oldest, he tells stories just because he knows that you will listen to him.
You get a rise out of it.
Yeah. So it's like, I know that a lot of the things that kids say you just kind of brush off. You know, like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, you have a pet horse outside. Okay, cool. There's a T-Rex roaming out in the front yard. Okay, that's awesome. But whenever something like this happens,
and it keeps happening,
you're just like, wait a minute, is there something more more to this? Like, should I be more concerned?
Well, and like my original thought was it's a reflection because it's a fish tank. And I thought she was saying mirror instead of mare because she doesn't even know the word mare.
You didn't think she did.
And then she's like, oh no, it told me. And I'm like, okay, well that's how you know the word mare because it told you.
And that's not something that would happen in her imagination because she wouldn't have known that word.
Yeah, she couldn't just make up that something told her that word. Like, I don't think.
Very, very weird. My only other question regarding this story was, like, how long did she experience it and then you guys prayed and stuff and it went away?
I'm not sure, because she might have been experiencing it for a while before she told me about it. Or before it talked to her. Maybe it talking to her was her like, oh, I gotta tell Mom.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did say you were used to them having bad dreams and stuff.
They would freak out a lot, and they still have bad dreams, so I don't know. We prayed about it, and we'll probably keep praying about it, but I'm not sure how long it took to get rid of it, or if it actually
really
went away, or if it just
subsided for a little bit and then decided to come back. Have you had your dad come?
I had not, so
you didn't have him do that.
That could be.
I've mentioned in one of my earlier videos that every single house that me and my husband have lived in, I have him come in and ask for the blessing of the house.
Yes.
Because I am terrified of moving into a haunted house. That's not my thing. That's not, no, I don't like it.
They said that at our work, some people actually set up a Ouija board, did a seance at work.
At your work?
Yes. So I think that sometimes maybe that we could take stuff home with us.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to make sure your house is prayed over because it can follow you.
I can't believe they're doing that. I'm not going to say where she works. I can't believe they're doing that.
That was years ago. It was only like 2 people and they did it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, they're doing that now?
No, like 2 people did that a long time ago, and people are still seeing the effects of it.
They could still be affected by that, yeah.
Well, just the other day we had a sign fall for no reason, and then the back door opened, and then the walk-in door opened, and they're like, is Jana back there? I'm like, I'm right here.
Walk-in doors, those things are sealed, aren't they?
Well, you don't have to latch it, but they're still pretty heavy.
Oh, my word.
I think the walk-in door, like, came open, and no one was back there, and I was like, that's it. That's it.
It's like, I'm done.
You guys quit having seances.
Oh my word. Well, those are terrifying. Like,
well,
no.
There are some people that are for it, or they say you can have a controlled situation, but if you're a bunch of kids...
If you're a bunch of kids and you don't know what you're doing, like, I would not go anywhere near a seance.
Oh.
Only
or a
because...
Ouija board
or
or
a Ouija
whatever.
board, because they could be done really wrong. John and I watch Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters sometimes, and it's like they talk about when people do seances and stuff like that, and they'll bring stuff to their homes. If they don't close it out properly,
you're basically opening
a
portal.
Opening a portal for things to come in and out of your house, and it's like, we're not about that life.
No.
So
they can attach to your aura or whatever, your spirit, and then just follow you.
And it's like, no, we're not doing that. So she has another
second story.
She has another story. I'm not gonna pressure her to talk about the other story because it's really affected her. If she wants to come back and talk about it, we can. But she doesn't remember a lot because she tried to block it out of her mind because it was very traumatic for her. So we'll just kind of leave that for now as a hanger in case she does want to talk about it and come back. You'll know what we're talking about. But
as far as the mare story, don't mess with my kids. That made me mad more. I don't know. I was scared and then I was mad because they're messing with my babies.
And then you get mad. You're like, I don't even care.
You leave my babies alone.
Is there anything else you'd like to add that you can think of?
Not for now.
Not for now, okay. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us and listening to her story. I'm really excited that she decided to come on. I've been trying to get her and her sister Janelle, if you're watching this, intent to come on, and because they have other stories about a house that they grew up in that was super haunted. My husband too, he was affected too, but I don't even know if he's
I think we all were.
Like even your parents. Were your parents even affected by it?
I don't think the parents were. I think it was just the kids.
That's usually the thing.
Yeah.
Both of my in-laws were affected, including my husband, and so that's been something I've been trying to get them on my show to talk about. But that's it for us today, guys. If you enjoyed our content, please sure to give it a like and subscribe so you can hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. I upload on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. I am wearing a haunted shirt because it is literally 2 days until Halloween, and you probably won't see this this until 2-3 weeks after Halloween, so I'm really sorry about that. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next week. Bye!